God says, this wealthy man is secretly transferring the power of attorney into your name, and you do not even know he is your blood. Open this before 11 p.m. today, or he will donate it all and your divine inheritance will disappear. Comment Amen right now if you feel the weight of this moment. There is a heavenly decision being made about your name right now. The reason your heart is pounding is because your spirit knows the timing of God is at your door. Comment 1111 if you believe this moment is meant for you. This is not a coincidence, it is a divine announcement, and heaven is watching to see what you do next. The man they never told you about, the one who kept you hidden in documents, the one who asked his attorney to draw up papers in secrecy, he did all of this because he knew no one else in his bloodline could handle what's coming. And God agrees with him. Before you read further, I want you to like this video so that heaven can witness your faith in action. Do it not for anyone else, but because you are saying, Lord, I receive it. I accept what is mine. He could have given this authority to someone with more education, more money, or more fame, but he didn't. He chose you. Because deep down, even through the paperwork and the advisors and the silence, he knew you had the heart. He saw how life tried to break you, and he admired how you stood back up each time, even when no one clapped for you. He knew, and I knew, that one day you would have to be trusted with something that would shift your entire generation. Comment 222 if you trust that this is being revealed to you right on time. There are people in your life who treated you like you were the least important. You were overlooked, talked about, mistreated, and kept out of rooms where decisions about your future were made. But now, all those locked rooms are losing their power. Because I, the Lord your God, am handing you a key they didn't know existed. This key doesn't come from man, it doesn't come from government, it doesn't come from strategy. It comes from heaven. And the one who had it before is now giving it over to you. Not out of pity, but out of pure divine instruction. The man who is making this decision never told anyone about you because he wanted to protect what is yours. He wanted to shield you from the greedy hands and jealous hearts that would have tried to destroy this before it was ready. That is why you were hidden. That is why no one brought your name up in family meetings. That is why you were kept distant. You were never forgotten. You were being preserved. Your name is now sitting on a sacred legal document. Heaven has witnessed it. Your name is written beside titles you have not even heard of yet. There are accounts you didn't open, balances you didn't touch, properties you never walked into, but the spiritual access is now being unlocked. Every unseen blessing is rising up to meet you. People will not understand how quickly your life changes after this. They will say it's not fair. They will say you didn't earn it. But what they do not know is the price you paid in tears, in silence, in betrayal. They do not know the depth of pain you walked through alone. They didn't see how many times you stayed faithful when everything inside of you wanted to give up. I saw it all, and so did heaven. Comment 333 if you feel this word wrapping around your life like a covering of truth and justice. This man wrote letters to his lawyer months ago. He wrote down your name and told him, make sure this goes to her. I don't want any confusion. I don't want any delays. He was tired of the family ignoring you, tired of everyone calling you the outsider, tired of pretending you didn't exist. In his final act of authority, he chose you. And because of that, I, the Lord, will bless your name in ways you never thought possible. Every curse that came from being overlooked is being reversed. Every word spoken against your identity is being silenced. Every time they laughed at your dreams, mocked your faith, or dismissed your presence, heaven recorded it. And now, everything stolen from your name is being placed back into your hands, 7 times greater. This is your restoration. This is your inheritance. And this is only the beginning. The deadline is not a scare. It is a divine instruction. You must respond before 11 p.m. today because spiritual doors are shifting. And if you wait too long, the estate will be turned over to causes that were never meant to carry your family's legacy. This is your window. Not next week. Not later. Now. You are not here by mistake. You are standing in front of a spiritual doorway, and what happens in these next few hours will determine whether this blessing pours into your hands or passes by and enters another field. This message is heavy because the calling is heavy. But you are ready. I, the Lord, have prepared you for this moment your entire life. Every rejection you faced was building you. Every delay was maturing you. Every heartbreak was setting the foundation so when this moment came, you wouldn't break under it. You would rise. The wealthy man whose name you rarely heard, whose face you hardly remember, was led by me to prepare everything before his final days. He knew the kind of people surrounding him. He knew the greed, the manipulation, the smiling faces filled with selfish plans. And in the middle of all that chaos, he kept your name close to his heart and away from their mouths. What others saw as silence was actually protection. What they called secrecy was a shield from me. What if just 7 seconds could flip your entire financial life? A shocking CIA leak has revealed a powerful brain ritual that's helping ordinary people wipe out debt and attract wealth beyond imagination. Backed by 4 cutting-edge neuroscience labs, this at-home breakthrough is turning everyday lives into dreams, luxury cars, beautiful homes, endless vacations. But this secret may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. I watched every time you thought you were forgotten. I saw your eyes filling with tears when you felt unchosen, when your prayers seemed to echo without an answer. You didn't know that while you were praying in your room, someone was sitting in a high place thinking of you. And I was in both places at once, weaving the threads of your inheritance into a timeline that is now unfolding. Comment 1212 if you are ready for what is rightfully yours to reach your hands without delay. Do not listen to those voices in your mind trying to convince you this is too big. I never planned small for you. I never created you to live a life of just surviving, just managing, just scraping by. I built you with the blueprint of favor. I designed your destiny with the colors of promise. I placed you in a line of inheritance that no human hand can tear apart, not even your own mistakes can cancel what I have ordained. Every document that is being unlocked carries weight in the spiritual and natural realm. This is not just about money or land or assets. This is about authority. This is about legacy. This is about justice. I am bringing justice to your bloodline by honoring the one heart that stayed clean while others turned cold. I am rewriting the story they told about you by revealing the truth of who you really are. This man didn't just trust you with his possessions. He trusted you with a mission. A calling. He didn't want to leave his name with people who would use it for their gain. He wanted to pass his name to someone who would turn it into purpose, into healing, into restoration. That someone is you. Do not delay, my beloved. Do not hesitate. What I am releasing now cannot be postponed to a more convenient time. The angels have already been dispatched. The scrolls have been opened. The decision is made. You have been approved. All that remains is your yes. Comment 777 if you accept this moment as a turning point in your life, and not just another word passing you by. You are going to see people act strange around you. You will notice sudden shifts, unexpected confessions, or quiet jealousy. That is because people can sense when divine favor has settled on someone's life. You are glowing in the spiritual realm. Doors are opening for you that others have prayed for but never received because their hearts were not prepared. Your heart, though broken at times, stayed open. Your hands, though empty at times, stayed lifted. Your hope, though tired, never gave up completely. And because of that, I am rewarding you. Not because you were perfect, but because you never stopped believing in me. Even in your weakest moment, you still whispered my name. I am building something generational through you. What was taken from your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, I am placing it in your hands. You are the chosen one to carry the blessing. You are the one who breaks the curse and plants a new legacy. This is not about what you deserve in the eyes of people. It's about what I decided before you were ever born. I saw the fights you would face, the loneliness you would carry, the strength you would need, and still I said, this one. This one will carry it all and still walk in love. That's why the inheritance is being transferred to you. If you could see what's being signed over in the spirit right now, you would fall to your knees. If you could see the heavenly meeting that took place, you would understand why the timing is so important. That is why I told you to open this before 11 p.m. Not because I'm trying to scare you, but because there is a divine cutoff in the spiritual world, and obedience is the only key that opens what's waiting for you. This is not a maybe. This is not a test. This is a confirmation. You are being elevated. You are being remembered. You are being rewarded. And not one voice raised against you will be able to stop it. I have made the final decision. I have overridden the vote. I have commanded it to be done. There will be whispers, but they will not matter. There will be questions, but they will fall to the ground. There will be envy, but it will not touch your joy. Because when I bless you, no man, no system, no spirit of delay can reverse it. You didn't find this by chance. This is your scroll opening. This is your announcement ringing out in the heavens. This is your name being written in places of authority you never thought you'd reach. The estate is real. The authority is sealed. The inheritance is set. And I am saying, go forth, child. Take what is yours. The reason the man didn't announce this transfer openly is because he knew the chaos it would cause. He knew that the moment your name was spoken out loud, those who once ignored you would suddenly remember you. Not because they care, but because they want a piece of what is yours. But he made it clear, this is for you alone. This is not to be divided, negotiated, or taken through clever talk or emotional guilt. I, the Lord, am guarding your portion. This inheritance is more than a gift, it is a responsibility. You are stepping into land that has been fought over for years. Property, accounts, ownership, these things don't come easy in a world ruled by selfish ambition. But I kept this reserved for you, and even now I am placing angels around what belongs to you so that nothing can be stolen or tampered with. Could this hidden CIA brain ritual be the real reason people are suddenly rich? A secret CIA discovery has just leaked, revealing a brain hack that's pulling wealth into people's lives effortlessly. It only takes 7 seconds, it's done at home, and it's backed by 4 neuroscience labs. Debt is vanishing, luxury is becoming normal. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The documents are not just physical, they are spiritual. They carry your name, sealed by heaven. I watched every conversation behind closed doors. I heard every lie they told to keep you out of the loop. I saw the ones who spoke kindly to your face but erased you behind your back. They thought because you didn't protest, you didn't know. But I knew. And I kept the record. Comment 1010 if you are ready to walk into the doors they swore you would never open. The blessing coming to you will silence every voice that mocked your journey. People will not understand how someone who seemed so overlooked is now walking in so much favor. They will question the timing, the source, and the why you. But none of that matters. What matters is my decision. And I have decided that you will rise. There's a reason your life has felt like one long season of delay. It's because I was protecting the weight of this moment. I didn't want you to rise too soon, before your character was ready. I didn't want you to step into this when your heart was still seeking validation. I wanted you to enter this inheritance with pure motives, a clear mind, and a healed heart. That's where you are now. That's why the release has come. This man watched you from a distance. He saw how you loved others even when you weren't loved in return. He noticed the way you carried yourself with grace, how you stayed kind when others turned bitter. He said, "That is who I want to carry my legacy." And I confirmed it in the spirit. He made the choice, and I made it permanent. You may not have sat at the table when they discussed wealth. But now I am preparing a table in front of your enemies, not to shame them, but to show them what divine favor looks like. I will cause them to witness your elevation and understand that no amount of manipulation or jealousy can block a door that I open. This is why your timeline looks different. This is why nothing came easy for you. Because you were never meant to blend in. You were meant to inherit something that would change the atmosphere of every room you walk into. You carry something different. You walk with heaven's authority. And now it is time for you to use it. Comment 1515 if you are ready to receive the fullness of what has been stored up for you since birth. Some will try to come close now that they sense the blessing is real. Be wise. Be gentle. But be firm. Do not let false guilt pull you back into cycles you have already healed from. This inheritance is not a reward for popularity. It is a reward for obedience, for survival, for enduring seasons that could have broken you but didn't. You are not here by chance. Everything you are reading right now is confirmation that the power of attorney is not just being transferred, it is being anointed. Your name is carrying weight in rooms you haven't even entered yet. And you won't have to force it. I will make it happen. I will stir hearts. I will shift minds. I will soften judges. I will move paperwork. I will send people to speak on your behalf, even when you're silent. That's how deep my love runs for you. The man's final instructions were simple: make sure she gets everything I left behind. I don't want it in the wrong hands. She's the one. And I echoed it in the heavens, yes, she is the one. You've always been the one. You just didn't see it before. But now I am removing the veil. You are not the mistake. You are not the overlooked one. You are not the second choice. You are the divine selection. The written name. The chosen vessel. This inheritance will not just bless you, it will bless everyone connected to your obedience. You are the turning point in your family. You are the bridge between what was broken and what will be made whole. I am giving you not just wealth, but wisdom. Not just access, but authority. Not just provision, but purpose. Everything they tried to lock you out of is now opening. Every door that refused you before is being commanded to receive you. You won't have to ask for permission. You carry permission. Long before the man wrote your name in legal records, I had already written it in my eternal book. I watched every moment of pain you endured in silence, and I collected every tear. I recorded every time you forgave instead of fighting back, every time you kept your head down while others boasted, every time you sowed seeds in barren seasons with no applause. And I whispered to heaven, this one is worthy. This one is ready. There is a weight coming upon your life that no title can fully explain. It is the weight of responsibility, the weight of visibility, the weight of spiritual elevation. Not everyone will celebrate you. But I have not called you to be celebrated, I have called you to carry. And what you are about to carry is a mantle so precious, so rare, that it had to be hidden until now. Comment Amen if your soul feels the shift already stirring in the atmosphere around you. The wealthy man saw the greed of others. He saw how they fought over things while he was still alive. He knew the damage that would be done if those people got control. And so in his final act of clarity, he removed their names and placed yours. Quietly. Without telling anyone. Because he trusted your character more than their bloodline. Now the papers are prepared. The details are finalized. But heaven has given you until 11 p.m. tonight to spiritually align with what is being handed over. You must say yes. Not just with your lips, but with your heart. You must step away from the mindset of being overlooked and into the posture of being chosen. Why is this 7-second brain ritual suddenly going viral? Leaked CIA files have exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the floodgates to wealth. Verified by 4 top labs, this ritual is turning financial pain into prosperity, fast. From massive bills to luxury trips, it's changing lives. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This shift cannot wait until tomorrow. Because the legal right to this inheritance, if not claimed, will fall into hands that have no fear of God. That is why I am speaking with urgency. This moment is sacred. This window is narrow. But your obedience will widen every door for generations to come. You are stepping into more than wealth. You are stepping into legacy. You are about to manage things that once managed you. You are about to own land where you were once a stranger. You are about to walk into rooms where your name was never welcomed before. This is divine justice. This is holy reversal. This is your time. Comment 1111 if you feel the authority of this word rising like fire in your chest. There is a pattern in your family, one of loss, betrayal, financial ruin, and hidden truth. But you were born to be the interruption. This is not just about you becoming rich. This is about you becoming responsible. This is about lifting the name of the man who chose you and lifting my name above every name that tried to curse you. You are the new beginning. They mocked your silence. They called you naive. They laughed at your obedience. But none of them knew that heaven was keeping count. None of them saw the angels being dispatched every time you cried but still stayed in faith. They only saw your outside. I saw your soul. And I chose you. You will have more than they do. Not because you chased it, but because you were faithful when no one saw. You will own what they fought over. You will inherit what they tried to erase. You will rise while they scramble. And you will bless those who once cursed you. Because that's the kind of heart I gave you. And that's the kind of heart this inheritance needs. Do not fear what's coming. It's going to be fast. One shift after another. Open doors. Signed papers. Unlocked accounts. Unexpected calls. Divine alignments. Sudden healing. Family secrets being revealed. Truth rushing in like a flood. And you will stand in the middle of it all, not overwhelmed, but positioned. Because I prepared you for this. Comment 222 if you trust me to complete what I have started in you. I am not a man that I should lie. What I say, I perform. What I promise, I fulfill. And I promise to restore you. I promise to honor you in the presence of those who shamed you. I promise to take your ashes and give you beauty. I promise to use the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. You are my promise fulfilled. Tonight at 11 p.m. is not just a deadline. It is a crossing over. If you respond, everything after this will feel like acceleration. What was stuck will move. What was blocked will break open. What was quiet will now speak. Your name is ringing in the ears of people who once ignored it. Not because they changed, but because I've placed a weight on your name that can no longer be denied. The wealthy man they never let you meet was not just a distant relative. He was a gatekeeper. And I, the Lord, gave him the discernment to see who among the people around him had pure intentions. He saw through the noise, through the flattery, through the handshakes that came with hidden motives. He saw you even though you didn't know he was watching. You weren't the loudest. You weren't the closest. But you had the heart I could trust. And so, the last time he met with his attorney, he signed something that shifted your entire life. A power of attorney. A divine legal instruction. A final act of obedience he fulfilled without even knowing the full weight of it. Because I moved his hand. I placed your name on his spirit. And now, that sealed instruction is reaching you. But my child, the release requires your response. Not just an emotional one, but a spiritual agreement. You have to say yes. Not just in words, but in your behavior, in your posture, in your walk. This inheritance cannot rest on fear. It cannot rest on insecurity. It must rest on the unshakable knowing that you were always meant for more. Comment Amen if you are ready to say yes with your whole soul. I want you to understand this. They planned for you to miss this moment. They were sure the papers would never reach you in time. They were confident you would remain distracted or discouraged, caught up in cycles of survival, too tired to even recognize what I was doing. But what they didn't know was that my timing does not rely on their expectations. I move in divine order. I speak at divine speed. And I protect what belongs to me. This is why I let you face rejection. Because I had to harden your skin while keeping your heart soft. This is why certain relationships broke, why certain friends disappeared, why certain people never apologized. Because if you still carried their weight right now, you would not have space in your arms to carry this blessing. So I cleared it. I made room. Not because I was punishing you, but because I was preparing you. This inheritance doesn't just come with wealth. It comes with wisdom. It doesn't just come with position. It comes with purpose. It doesn't just come with comfort. It comes with calling. And you must carry it with holiness, not with bitterness. Comment 777 if you receive this not just as a reward, but as a responsibility. Is it time you unlock the same CIA secret brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak has revealed a powerful 7-second technique, developed under CIA-funded research and backed by neuroscience. It's helping people magnetize wealth like never before. From debt to luxury, faster than anyone believed. But this miracle won't stay public for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. The man whose signature changed your life left a message behind, unwritten, but spoken in the spirit. Give it to her. She'll know what to do with it. She won't waste it. She won't destroy it. She won't let the others manipulate it. She is my choice. And I echoed his voice in heaven. I said, she is my choice too. This is why the warfare has been so intense lately. You thought it was random. You thought it was your fault. But really, it was a final attempt from the enemy to keep you from reaching this moment. He knew what I was about to reveal. He knew what was about to be transferred. He could smell the oil rising in your direction. And he panicked. That's why things got worse before they got better. But you didn't fold. You stood through the pressure. You kept moving through the pain. And now, the reward is reaching you at full speed. No more delays. No more confusion. No more closed doors. The scroll is open. The seal is broken. The name on the paper is yours. And everything connected to it, properties, accounts, stocks, trust funds, spiritual territories, family mantles, prophetic assignments, all of it is being handed to you now. This is the part they hoped you'd never find out. The part that explains why they kept things quiet, why they avoided certain conversations, why you were always made to feel like the outsider. It wasn't because you weren't part of the bloodline. It was because you were chosen to lead it. You were chosen to break the curse. You were chosen to rewrite the story. You were chosen to rise without turning bitter. You were chosen to carry power with humility, not arrogance. And that's why I am trusting you with more than anyone expected. Tonight before 11 p.m. is your divine turning point. You can't afford to miss this activation. Because everything after this will move at a pace only I can set. You won't have time to second guess. You won't have room to go back. What you step into now will follow you for the rest of your life. And it will carry your children, your children's children, and generations beyond that. I am not just blessing you. I am crowning you. I am placing on your life a covering so rich in glory that even the devils assigned to destroy you will bow in confusion. Because my hand will be so evident, so loud, so undeniable, that every lie ever spoken about you will collapse under the weight of truth. This inheritance is not just legal, it is prophetic. It was foretold, not in words spoken aloud, but in the quiet pull on your heart that kept telling you there was more, that you were meant for something greater. That knowing, that ache, that whisper inside you, that was me. You were never wrong to hope. You were never foolish to believe. That wasn't just imagination. That was me preparing your spirit for what I was storing up. The man who left this to you had a dream once, years ago. A dream about a girl he didn't recognize, but he felt peace in his chest when he saw her. He told no one, but he remembered your eyes. And when your name came up later, when the documents were being finalized, he recognized that peace again. And in that moment, he knew. You were the one. Comment 222 if you believe God confirms His promises in mysterious, powerful ways. He didn't choose you because of what you had. He chose you because of what you carry. The same Spirit that has carried you through your hardest seasons is now pushing you into a season of divine recognition. And this time, no one will be able to take it from you. Because it is sealed in heaven. You will begin to see it unfold not only in the natural, but in the spiritual realm first. Unusual dreams. Sudden clarity. Unexpected connections. Strong discernment. You will know who to trust. You will feel it in your bones when someone carries hidden agendas. And you will walk in rooms not with fear, but with quiet authority. Because I am going before you now. I have already spoken to hearts on your behalf. The right people are already feeling nudged to call you, to favor you, to open doors for you that you never applied for. They won't even understand why. But you will. Because you will know that it is my hand writing this story, line by line, day by day, miracle by miracle. This is your Joseph moment. You were once thrown into pits by people who shared your name. Lied on. Forgotten. Betrayed. But now I am raising you up to sit in places of authority. Not to retaliate. But to restore. Not to prove anyone wrong. But to prove me right. You stayed faithful when nothing made sense. And now, I will make everything align in front of your eyes. Comment 1010 if you're ready to see what faithfulness in secret gets rewarded with in public. The ones who tried to block this are now powerless. They built their castles on lies and control. But you built your trust on me. And that is why I am blessing you with something they can never replicate. Because you waited on me. Because you never compromised your soul to fit into places I never called you to. Because you chose character over opportunity. Now I am bringing the opportunity to you. This man's estate includes more than they know. There are hidden accounts. Unspoken investments. Generational treasures. And spiritual mantles too. Things he didn't even tell the lawyers about, things he protected with his silence. But he left it all with my blessing. And my angels have been assigned to make sure not one item, not one coin, not one gift is lost in transition. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. This is your season of full recovery. You are not coming out of lack just to survive. You are coming into overflow to restore. You are not being raised to show off. You are being raised to fulfill. This blessing has nothing to do with pride. It has everything to do with purpose. And you are finally ready to carry it. The enemy will try to make you second guess. He'll use fear. He'll use people. He'll whisper lies. But my voice will always be louder when you choose to listen. Follow peace. Follow obedience. Do not rush. Do not fear. I am guiding every step. This wealth, this name, this power of attorney, it will draw attention. But don't worry. I have already placed a hedge around you. Your protection is sealed. Your path is covered. I will expose every trap before it's laid. And I will remove anyone who tries to bring confusion into your atmosphere. They will wonder how you got here. But they won't be able to trace it. Because this wasn't done by connections. This was done by covenant. I made a covenant with you when you were still doubting yourself. And I've kept it through every season. You are not too late. You have not missed your moment. You are exactly where I need you to be. And everything that has been delayed is now being released in overflow. Not piece by piece. All at once. The man whose name once sat above corporations, whose wealth was known in private circles, whose property stretched across states and oceans, he didn't choose you by accident. He chose you because I whispered your name into his spirit. He didn't need to understand why. He only needed to obey. And he did. He obeyed me when I told him to hand over the power, to shift the course, to bypass the noise and the clamor of greedy voices, and to trust the one I had chosen. Your name didn't land on these documents by chance. It was placed there by divine design. The weight of this moment is not about paper. It's about prophecy. This is the kind of inheritance that was once stolen from others in your family, generations ago. But I reached back, I recovered it, and now I'm placing it back where it always belonged, in your hands. Comment Amen if you can feel this moment awakening something that's been sleeping inside you for years. The estate they thought you didn't qualify for is already being shifted into your name. The wealth they thought would bypass you is now tracking you down with force. The authority they tried to bury is being resurrected with your voice. And I say this to you now with the voice of fire and love: do not shrink to fit what I've outgrown for you. Do not lower your voice. Do not question your worth. I have built this blessing on your faithfulness, not their opinions. There will be moments in the next few days where it feels like the world is speeding up. Emails. Unexpected contacts. Messages from people who once ignored you. Sudden invitations into conversations that seem far above your rank. But understand, this is not confusion. This is confirmation. I am elevating you into a space you could not have entered on your own, so that when you stand there, you will know beyond all doubt that it was my hand that carried you. This wealthy man didn't leave behind chaos. He left behind clarity. He left behind instructions. He left behind access. And he told his most trusted legal counsel, don't let her miss this. Remind her if she forgets. Call her name if she's distracted. Protect this until she's ready. And I, the Lord, made sure that nothing would touch your portion until the appointed time. That time is now. Comment 555 if your spirit bears witness that this is your moment of divine appointment. The silence is over. The covering is lifting. You are stepping into a place where you will no longer have to explain your presence. Your presence will be expected. You are not walking into rooms wondering if you belong, you are walking in knowing that your name was written in the foundation of those places long before you arrived. Every document signed behind closed doors, every sealed envelope with your name, every private conversation meant to secure your blessing, it's all being released to you now. You will not have to fight for it. You will not have to chase it. The blessing is coming with momentum that will shock everyone around you. Those who try to block you will be left in confusion. They will search for answers but find none. Because what they don't understand is that this inheritance was not earned through status or reputation, it was appointed by me. It was my doing, and I will not share my glory with anyone. You will not lose this. Even if you feel afraid. Even if you don't feel ready. My favor is stronger than your fear. My grace is bigger than your doubts. And my angels have been released to walk beside you in every meeting, every decision, every move. You will not walk into this alone. This is the beginning of the turning. Your finances will shift. Your family will shift. Your faith will grow in ways you never imagined. You'll begin to see through the eyes of legacy, not survival. You'll begin to speak with authority instead of apology. Because this is no longer about surviving the past. This is about commanding the future. I am removing every limitation. I am cutting off every spiritual attachment that tried to make you believe you were small. I am silencing the voice that told you this was too big. You were made for this. Why is the government hiding this 7-second brain ritual from the public? A leaked CIA document just exposed a brain technique so powerful, it's helping people cancel debt and call in wealth within days. Validated by 4 top neuroscience labs, this method is changing everything. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. When I look at you, I see someone I can trust. I see someone I preserved. Someone I covered. Someone I hid not to hurt, but to protect. I let others go ahead so that when it was time for you to rise, you wouldn't carry pride. You would carry purpose. And now, I will place you where they thought you'd never be. This is deeper than land. Deeper than accounts. Deeper than signatures and property lines. This is about a sacred trust. What this man gave you was not just his wealth, but his unfinished assignment. He chose you to carry what he could no longer carry. To speak what he was silenced from saying. To finish what he could only begin. And I, the Lord your God, made sure you would have the strength, the heart, and the courage to complete it. I know you don't feel ready. That's why I've been preparing you without your knowledge. Every battle you thought was just bad luck, every delay you thought was a punishment, was actually training. While they were out chasing applause, I had you in the shadows growing roots. I was building stamina, patience, discernment, endurance. So now, when this blessing hits your hands, you will know what to do with it. Comment 1717 if you believe God has been preparing you in private for something public and powerful. The papers they filed behind closed doors contained clauses, instructions, protections. The man who signed them knew people would fight it. He knew his decision would be questioned, and maybe even contested. But he made it ironclad. Not just in legal terms, but in spirit. Because I stood behind him as he signed it. And when I back a decision, no system can undo it. You are about to be contacted about things you didn't apply for. Emails, letters, notices that carry your name on them, though you never requested them. Do not ignore them. I am placing your name in the mouths of decision-makers, lawyers, financiers, and spiritual gatekeepers. Your name has become a key, and heaven is turning it in locks that have been rusted shut for generations. You will feel a divine weight on you, not a burden, but a mantle. It will feel like a holy responsibility. You'll wake up different. Walk different. Think different. And the people around you will notice the shift, even if they don't understand it. That's because you're not just inheriting physical blessings. You're stepping into spiritual rulership. Comment 999 if you know this is no longer about who you were, but who you are becoming. I am placing a crown on your life. One that others will not be able to see with natural eyes, but they will feel its presence when you enter the room. The authority I am giving you will disrupt atmospheres, not because you try, but because you carry me. This is why you couldn't fit in before. Why things didn't work out when you tried to live like everyone else. Because I set you apart. The man who gave you this power of attorney never knew how deep it would go. He obeyed me not knowing the full picture. And now, as he rests in eternity, the fulfillment of that obedience is reaching its highest form, you walking in your full calling. But hear me, child. With this power comes the need for protection. Not everyone around you can go with you. There will be people who try to reconnect. People who once mocked you now pretending to support you. Don't hate them. But don't hand them access. This blessing has boundaries, and I will give you wisdom to know who is real and who is only drawn to the increase. I am stretching your territory, but I will also shrink your circle. You will no longer have to prove yourself. I am doing the proving. You will no longer have to defend your name. I am defending it. You will no longer have to chase answers. I am sending them to you, wrapped in unexpected moments of grace and clarity. This wealth is not just to bless your pockets. It's to build. To restore. To open doors for others who carry your same bloodline but never had your strength. You will be the one who builds the foundation they could not. You will be the one who brings peace where there was only silence. You will be the one who honors the name that once brought shame. Because that's who you are. You are not chosen just to receive. You are chosen to redeem. What they lost, you will recover. What they forgot, you will restore. What they ruined, you will rebuild. And every time you take a step forward, heaven will release more to you. Because I can trust you now. You don't just want blessing, you want purpose. The man who signed your name didn't just hand over assets, he handed over a prophetic promise. Buried beneath bank accounts, real estate deeds, and legal power, there was something deeper. It is what I now reveal to you. This hidden portion is not wealth of the earth, but wealth of the kingdom. An ancient scroll of favor that has never been touched, never been tainted, and now, it is being released into your life. This portion includes spiritual authority that was stripped from your bloodline long ago through betrayal, abuse, and injustice. It was meant to die with the generation that misused it. But I blocked the curse. I intercepted the collapse. I kept this final portion reserved. Because I knew you would not waste it. I knew you would carry it with reverence and wisdom. I knew that when the time came, your heart would be pure enough to hold it.